Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen here. MP Materials getting hammered for absolutely no reason. They had perfect earnings. This is the second quarter in a row they had as just great earnings. We're going to go through that. We're going to talk about the market in general, and then also MP Materials, and we're going to get into the specifics of it. All right, so the market has crashed like crazy the last few weeks. It's been terrible. We've got rampant inflation. It wasn't any better yesterday. It came in at 8.3%. Estimates were 8%. So it's still, maybe it's peaked. There is that possibility where, it got to 8.5, now 8.3. So maybe it's topping off and working its way down. It's hard to say. You've got the China shutdowns, which is really hurting supply chains. And we're not able to do a whole lot about it, obviously. And gas prices continue to go up, and I don't see this administration spending a whole lot of time on that either. So the market has just pretty much been terrible, and this is pretty much what inflation and all these high prices do to the market. Yep, it's Emperor Palpatine. And he likes to whoop people's asses with this little blue electrical crap. Now let's get into MP Materials because, man, oh man, what a freaking earnings. All right, this is just a general overview. We'll get into the details here in a minute. This is just on Google where it shows you a revenue of $166 million, up 177% year over year. Perfect. 85 million of that 166 million is net income, 430% increase. Very similar to last quarter, which is, again, it's just ideal. Net profit margin of 51 freaking percent. That's up 91% from a year ago. And operating income 115 million, which is just, it's ridiculously good. So awesome. And yet, while their revenue went up 177%, their cost of revenue only went up 29%. So that's pretty much terrific. All right, now we're going to get into the details of this thing. Let's first look at our balance sheet and kind of see where we're sitting. This is in thousands. So this is 1.2 billion in cash and total assets of 1.987. Let's look down here at their debt. They do have some long-term debt of 675 million. So let's see, they could just take the cash they got and pay off that debt if they felt like it. So a fantastic balance sheet. I love it. This is as good as you're going to see in a company this size. Then let's go down here to our profit and loss statement and look at this here. 161 million, we know. And let's see here. Total operating cost of 51, 115 million operating income, which again, look at that. That's just ridiculous. And then even after they pay all their taxes, their net income of 85 million. I mean, this is just, look at last year, 16 million, which wasn't terrible or anything. It was fine. But 85? It's getting, this is really looking good. Now let's take a look at our PE ratio, price to earnings. It is a little bit high at 31, but understand that's a trailing number. You've got a company that's growing at 300 and 400%. So I would think the forward PE on this based on estimates is probably around 15. And I just feel really good about it. This would normally, I wouldn't touch this stock in this environment if this was growing at 10% or less. Okay, because 31 PE is a little bit high right now. You could have got away with this a year ago, but not in this environment. But again, the forward PE is much less than this, and I feel very comfortable with where this stock is right now. Now you take a look at it, sitting at 33 bucks. It's down 3% today. Look what it's dropped since the earnings a few days ago. I mean, from like high 30s all the way down to low 30s after perfect earnings. You will not see better earnings on any stock in the market over the last 30 days. If there is one, let me know what it is, because this is the best one I've seen. And it's dropping. And why is it dropping? Because the market's dropping, because Emperor Palpatine's up there firing everybody off. And when Google's dropping and Apple's dropping and Amazon's dropping, and Google just prints money. That's all they do. They just all day long print money. Facebook down 50, 60%. So, I mean, they've all hit it. But understand, this is a stock that started out at 10 bucks, went all the way up to 60, and now it's down here in the 30s, and it's right on support. Let me show you where that is. So when you look at this stock, as you can see, it's had a big run up, ran all the way up to 60. It's run all the way back down, and it's actually sitting on support And right here, let me draw that in for you. Right here, you can see it sitting exactly on it. That's why I bought today in the low 33s. That's fine. That's good support. And I'm very comfortable right there. I didn't buy when it was up above 35 bucks because that was the last time I purchased, was when it dropped after that short report, which was right in here. I bought some right here. I watched it run up and it got ahead of itself a little bit. Not terribly though when you think about how good the earnings were the last quarter. That caused this, then it's run back down because of the market. It's not because of their earnings, good grief. It's definitely not because of that. So now it's down here where I'm comfortable buying. I don't know that it'll drop below that. If it does, probably 29 would be the next stop. But I'm comfortable right here and under buying even in this market. And this is not, no, this is rough. All right, folks, and that's MP Materials today. And you're probably wondering why nobody covers this stock, even though it's fantastic. It's because you're not going to get any views from it. I'm not going to get any views. I cover this on a fairly regular basis. I'll get very few views on this stock video report, and I won't make a dime off of it. Well, I might make a dime. That'd be about it after a couple hours of work. So that's why you're not going to see it. It's not because it's not a great stock, because it is. It's very important to this country. Understand, this is the only mine in North America that's mining those rare earth elements that we need for magnets. So it's unbelievably important. Right now, they're sending to China. Well, they're working on becoming vertically integrated. They're working on a stage 2 and a stage 3 to vertically integrate and be able to process this material themselves and make that money too. So they think their earnings are going to basically double as they continue to go to phase 2 and phase 3, which I totally agree with that, and I think it will. Like I said, I love this stock. I'm very happy I invested in it, and I think a year or two from now I'm going to be very happy. But that's me. I'm willing to do that. That may not be what you want to do. You know, it's your money. You do as you please, but I'm buying this stock, and I'm comfortable with it. And that's MP Materials today. And if you like this content, hit that like button. Helps get it out there a little bit anyway. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I cover stocks that, you know, a lot of times don't get a lot of love. But anyway, I hope you did like the content. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.